Good morning, students. Today I have explained subject Computer Studies, Standard 12th, Chapter number 10, Exceptions Handling in Java. Usually, we believe that a compiled program is error-free and will always execute successfully. But in few cases, the program can terminate while it is executing. For instance, the program tries to modify a read-only file or it tries to open a file that does not exist in the system. Such cases are known as exceptions in Java. The exceptions result in an abnormal executions and it may lead to abnormal terminations of the program. An exception is an indication of problem that occurs during a program's executions. It usually signals an error. Although exceptions occur infrequently, we must be careful to handle such cases while writing the code will always be executed. Type of exceptions in Java, all kind of error conditions are called exceptions. Error can be broadly classified into two categories, namely compile time error and second is a runtime error. So first, compile time error. A compiler is used to convert source code into object code. If there is a syntax error in the program, we will get a compilations error and will not be able to create the .class file. Example of some common syntax error are missing semicolon, use of undeclared variable, wrong spelling of identifier or keyword and mistakes brackets. Compile time error are usually the mistake of a programmer and it won't allow the program to compile unless they are solved. Note, in the field of computer science, exit code or exit status indicates whether the command or a program executed successfully or not. Code 0 indicates that the command executed successfully, whereas code 1 indicates that some problems occurred while executing the command. So that is a compile time error. And second is a runtime error. If there are no syntax error in the source code, then the program will compile successfully and we will get a .class file. However, this does not guarantee that the program will execute as per our exceptions. The java.lang and java.io package contains a hierarchy of classes dealing with various exceptions. So that is the exceptions. First is exception class, next is a condition result in exceptions and example. First, array index out of bounds exceptions. That means an attempt to access the array elements within a index value that is outside the range of array. Example, integer a brackets equals to new integer bracket 4 and a brackets 30 equals to 99. So that is a array index in out of bounds exceptions. Next is a arithmetic exceptions. That means an attempt to divide any number by 0. Example is integer a equals to 50 divided by 0. So that is the arithmetic exceptions. Next, file not found exceptions. That means an attempt to access a non-existing file. That means file is not available. Next, null pointer exceptions. An attempt to use null in a case where an object is required. String s equals to null, system.out.println bracket s dot length. So that is the null pointer exceptions because string is null. Next is a number format exceptions. That means a attempt to convert string into a number type. String s equals to xyz, integer I equals to integer dot parse integer brackets s. That is a number format exceptions because a string xyz is a string and it is not convert to number. And then last is a printer IO exceptions and input and output, that means IO error has occurred while printing. So that is the exceptions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 types of exceptions class. Next is a exceptions handling. Exceptions handling is an object oriented technique for managing errors. Java uses keywords like try, catch and finally to write an exceptions handler. The keyword try, catch and finally are used in the presence of exceptions. This keyword represent block of statements. A try block contains the code that may give rise to one or more exceptions. A catch block contains the code that is intended to handle exceptions of a particular type that were created in the associate type block. A finally block is always executed before the program ends, regardless of whether any exceptions are generated in the try block or not. So that is the exceptions handling. First is a try block. The try statement contains a block of statement within the brackets. This is the code that we want to monitor for exceptions. A try block may give rise to one or more exceptions. Syntax try, starting curly brackets, and then set of statement that may generate one or more exceptions and end of the curly brackets. So that is a try block. Next is a catch block. The catch block must immediately follow the try block. It contains the code that is to be executed to handle an exception. The catch block is an exception handler for a single try block. There can be one or more catch blocks. That is the syntax for first is the try block, starting curly brackets, statement that may generate exceptions and end of the curly brackets. Next is a catch block. So catch exceptions type exception object, starting curly bracket, code to handle the exceptions, end of the curly brackets. A catch block consists of the keyword catch followed by a single parameter. So that is a catch block. Next is a multiple catch block. In a single program, multiple exceptions can occur if the try block through several different kinds of exceptions. We can write multiple catch block, each handling a specific type of exceptions, and the last is a final block. So first is a try block, second is a catch block, and third is a final block. So the finally block is generally used to clean up at the end of executing a try block. We use a finally block when we want to be sure that some particular code is to be run, no matter what exceptions are thrown within the associated try block. A finally block is always executed regardless of whether or not exceptions are thrown during the executions of the associated try block. A finally block is widely used if a file needs to be closed or a critical resource is to be released at the completion of the program. So that is the syntax for finally block. Finally, starting curly brackets, clean up code to be executed last and the end of the curly brackets. Next is a throw statement. The throw keyword is used to explicitly throw an exceptions object. In the example program that we have seen so far, the JVM created an exceptions object and was throwing it automatically. For example, an object of arithmetic expressions was created when we tried to perform a divided by zero operations and it was thrown automatically by the JVM. JVM, that means a Java virtual machines. Java does not provide mechanism to create an exceptions object and throw it explicitly. The object that we throw must be of type java.lang. Throwable object of throwable class or any of its subclass, otherwise a compile error occur. The syntax of throw and exceptions object is as follow: throw exceptions underscore object. So that is a throw statement. Next is the throw clause. Throw clause, that means we have explored the try catch final blocks. The programs we discussed so far were simple programs that did not involve the use of method. Few questions may arise like what will happen if an exceptions occur in a method or a constructor, where will we place the try catch blocks. There are two alternate approach to handle exceptions created by a method. Write a try catch block within the method or a constructor that may generate an exceptions. Invoking a method that may generate exceptions or a constructor with a try block. A throws clause can be used in a method declaration or constructor declaration in to inform that the code within the constructor or method may throw an exception. It also signifies that there is no catch block within the method that can handle the exceptions. The throws keyword is used to within the declarations of method. Method modifiers return type method name parameter throws exceptions list starting curly brackets body of the method end of the curly brackets. A method can throw multiple exceptions. Each type of exception that a method can throw must be stated in the method header. So that is a throw clause. And the last is a creating a custom exceptions. Java allows creating our own exception classes according to application specific problems. For instance, we are writing a program to generate a mark sheet in which the user is asked to enter marks of a different subjects. The marks must be in the range of 0 to 100. Suppose if the user enters negative marks, or the value is above 100, then program must generate exception. We can create user defined exception by creating a subclass of exceptions class. An advantage of exceptions handling, it allows us to maintain normal flow of program. In the absence of exceptions handling, the flow of program is disturbed. It allows writing separate error handling code from the normal code. Error types can be grouped and differentiated within the program. Assertions can be used to debug the program before deploying it to the clients. It provides an easy mechanism to log various runtime error while executing the program. So theory is over, and the next time I will explain the example of try block, catch block, finally block, throw statements, and throw close. Thank you.